what the players do straight away. You previously, thank you, Ice Frog. Yeah, straight away it would 5N smoke out of the base. What do they do now? Where do they ward? Do they take the watches? Time to learn.
Time to learn. Seems pretty standard again, right? Don't try and reinvent the wheel. They're going for this really fast placement, perhaps towards the ancient camp area. Hanskin looking to get a little bit of that extra vision. I mean, I think he knows that Puck is going to look to make some sort of rotation up towards this top side, right? I think that's an area where Ancient Tribe could possibly look to come out ahead, because when you look at the supports on Alliance, not the highest damage dealers. You know, maybe once Hanskin gets into the Fiend's grip, you're able to secure a kill off of a Pango rotation, but up until that point, I'm assuming that Puck wants to go to wherever Mirana is, or even the Disruptor once he himself gets the ultimate as well, just for that glimpse back into the Static Storm. But early on, really looking to see Mobe and Alex play along together. Even just this Disruptor pick, I almost feel like it was intentional letting the DP through, right? Just something that isn't able to clear these waves, set up for the PL, and again, early on, they've got the flexibility to put LeBron on that Disruptor in the lane so that he's never really going to be in too much danger of just getting run at. You can just get glimpse back.
Hi, Rush. It's funny how he spawns at a start. I mean, yes, it makes sense because it'd be nighttime, but he's just, he's already gone. We're already leaving the map.
Relax aja, Brody. Relax aja, Brody.
Army Genius is getting a lot of love with the voice lines lately.
It's a great voice line. I don't blame him.
Now, I was told that where Roshan used to be, there was a little frog, but I can't see it. If there is ice frog hanging around that sort of area, I see a bunch of lily pads right there, but I don't see any frog. So maybe we'll have to keep an eye out towards that top side of the river. Ice frog letting us know he's back.
Do you have to cut a tree? I guess you don't know. Maybe you got to cut a tree. I'm not sure. We shall see. We'll keep tabs out if we can find Ice Frog, the man himself. Thank you, I believe, for coming back.
The International Man of Mystery.
He's giving us Christmas early, Danok. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Lots of prezzies to be able to open up. Not for me, though. Wyvern was not touched. Basically got a bit of a nerf as well. Attack damage in lane reduced. And I'm like, well, how the hell? Oh, no. Mixer top side. He's been able to get a Chain Lightning creep. They weren't able to block it up or kill it, so he should be in a fairly decent spot here. He's going into the Vanguard. Don't hate it for being able to stick in the lane, and even just for that Crimson Guard, it's going to feel pretty nice going into a lot of the damage coming through.
Bottom lane.
Ooh, S4.
S4. They might be able to turn it back around. Ponlo with the use of the telekinesis gets Lil Pleb out of attack range for the moment, and well, he's going to try and deny himself simultaneously. Top lane, we got some more action as well as Charlie and Hanskin were able to get a kill onto the Mirana too, so Alliance off to a flying start here in our first game.
I think they chose to go for that one on the top side as soon as Mirana revealed that she had the arrow leveled up. No points in leap just yet. Agonizingly close to that level 2 to potentially get the leap away, but obviously not going to be too impactful just yet. Bane, of course, for all of his weaknesses that we've seen, not exactly the most frequent pickup over the past, what, half year. He is great in the lane, very self-sustainable, great at trading, and of course that BKB piercing lockdown is going to be fantastic against the likes of the Puck and the Doom.
Yep. And it's going to be interesting to see as well how many points Charlie wants to put into this Lunar Blessing. Of course, did get changed slightly. You get 200% of the effectiveness out of it, but it does reduce the damage that all the allies were able to find, as you have that 3-minute mark coming up shortly. So the Lotus Balls looking to spawn their first seedlings of the game.
I also heard a thing about... Oh, Hanskin. Okay. Ends up taking it on the top side. I heard a thing, like, if you combine a crap ton of Lotuses together with a cheese, you get, like, a permanent, like, protection buff, like a permanent barrier that regenerates itself. I don't know how true that is. I may be getting trolled, but be interested to see if that is the case.
But a secret little addition added without any patch notes for it. Just a little Easter egg that we have to find.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that'd be pretty cool if that was the case. Top lane, yeah, Mixer. Nicely done, though. We're going to be able to get him out of the Nightmare. He's still in a lot of trouble, though. Hanskin and Charlie Gonna chase down the Doom. They might even put some pressure onto Alex as well, but it doesn't have the Nightmare to maybe help them close the distance. Just happy with the kill they've gotten so far. This top lane off to a great start.
It's very important for them to get that kill as well. I mean, what's happening with Bane's courier at the moment? Is it just coming out to him now, I believe? Because it just regened, and he doesn't have any mana left to be able to play with. So he's actually just got the magic wand, and I'm not sure how much impact that's going to have for this lane. They're playing with the full mango complement, I believe, but you have to remember that they've got a set stock of mangoes now for both teams to be able to play with, maximum of 4. They're actually just going to start running at Charlie, seeing that Hanskin doesn't have any mana to play with.
And Hansen's probably going to go down. Alex able to catch him out in the tree line. They might consider about going for Charlie as well. What's really going to stop them? Charlie's got nowhere to run up here. I mean, they can go for miles and miles on. Another round of the Chain Lightning up pretty surely. Alex has got 2 points in the Starstorm as well. Just needs to land the arrow, and he will be able to do just that.
This was the downside. I mean, Bane, I feel like, wanted to die previously, just because, again, wasn't really playing with any mana previously. Luna, not so much. You know, I was thinking maybe it would work out a little bit more favorably for him just because he's got that quite fast movement speed to play around with on the Luna, but well, they were able to get him before the Bane looked to rejoin the lane, so very nicely done there. Hanskin's done a good job, though, of just keeping this lane as close as possible for Charlie, not removing any creeps before he's able to pick that one up. So enough about top lane. That's probably where a lot of the action's going to be. How are the other ones going? Mid seems like a little bit of a trade, just a farm trade for now, but it's really just going to be around that level 6 timing that I'm looking to see a little bit more action happen. Chuen doing his best to be able to harass out Mobe, who's, I believe, had to buy an extra set of tangos just to be able to sustain in this lane, but there's that level 6 for him. Really don't think he can go for a kill attempt, but if he was able to secure a power rune, then maybe he can look to make a rotation up towards that top side and regain control, and that's why Ponlo makes the move towards the mid lane to be able to protect this one. He might be putting himself in danger here if he jaunts. Is he going to lock out? Yeah, it's up top as well. But oh, actually, no, it's bot.
And that means S4's alone, and let's see if the Spirit Siphon's going to be enough. He's got a lot of one charges as well to work with. Still continuing to get some damage out. Spirit Lance, not going to be enough to kill him. Pleb's not going to go for the kill, but the Fade Bolt will be able to get rid of the illusion. So it looks like S4 is okay. His raindrops paying off dividends here. Telekinesis gets him out. No way. Are they going to turn? Oh my god. Pleb's in a lot of trouble now. Fade Bolt from Ponlo. This man's level 5. Oh no. And now top lane too. I mean, the Doom is completely isolated. The Mirana's not here, so they recognize a sign of weakness, and Alliance will jump on that.
Yeah, they had to commit the TP towards mid for Alex to refill the bottle on the puck because of Chuen securing those power runes previously. I mean, it really does feel like mid is going to be the exciting lane of this patch to me, just because you've got so much potential for movement, right? You've still got the power runes, they're still the same distance from the mid lane, but you can just get from top to bot so easily with those twin gates to the top and bottom side of the tier 1 towers.
And we saw LeBron as well taking that path to steal the Wisdom Room as well from Dive, so both Radiant supports were able to pick that up, which is pretty important considering they haven't been involved in the kills. I mean, if Pomlo got that Wisdom Room, he probably would have been level 6 off the back of that, so...
Even just giving it to S4 to allow for an early exorcism, you know, would feel quite nice too. No more Tomes of Knowledge.
So now it's even more important, because the support were kind of guaranteed. Yeah, S4. Once again, though, gonna see the rotations coming through from the support to look to play around the mid lane. We still have those ultimates at the ready, the Rolling Thunder along with the Coil. It's going to be another spawn bottom for Chuen, so once again getting pretty lucky here with the Diffusal.
I think Diffusal is still a very nice item to go early on. Yeah, you're a universal hero now, not necessarily relying on the agi quite so much, but the utility is just so amazing, especially with that swashbuckle. Where's Puck going to look to go is my real question. Is it just back mid to be able to address this? There's no siege creep for him to have to pressure out, but he knows that Chuen is going to just keep shoving that lane in while he's got that regen rune activated. So it means he can't make that rotation up top, and they'll know that. They'll know that he just came back to this lane off the back of the Observer Ward. What are we chuckling about?
Chuen just completely whiffed the swashbuckle onto a medium camp. For some reason, they spawned in a weird location. That's just when I see the early changes and not having that memory down pat of where they spawned.
So the Wisdom runes both taken by both teams. We've still got Bounty runes spawning every 3 minutes. We've got Lotuses spawning every 3 minutes as well, so I'm assuming that's where Hanskins are moving up top. If they're going to go for these dives underneath the tower at bottom, I really want to see S4 prioritize picking up those Lotuses whenever possible, just because it's going to enable that dive. You can keep the Spirit Siphon up on someone and not really care as much about the tower even hitting you. He's doing a fairly good job in this bot lane so far. Ahead of Little Pleb in net worth. It's actually Ponlo that ends up picking up the healing Lotus.
Lane might be in some trouble as Mixer. Chuen's actually going to look to try and TP up here.
He's got Vanguard though.
Again, they're going to miss on some of the spells on the Pango. Probably not going to matter though. He's got a couple walls to bounce up, but yeah, no detection with the Moonlight Shadow, and that's because he was able to get that Wisdom Rune from Alex, so had the ultimate pre-level 10.
Protecting the runes once more. Obey is going to be praying for one up top for a change, and it's not going to be top. It's going to be the shield rune at bottom. It was pretty nice. I mean, especially if you're with a puck, right? You might be able to get, once you get into the Blink Dagger, avoid a lot of that damage, and be able to still blink out despite diving in super deep. Found out LeBron. Stolen glimpse. I wonder if they're even going to consider popping the Exo here. Alex is going to do his best to bring this wave as far away as possible, just to slow things down a little bit. Looks like he'll succeed in that endeavor. Oh. Never mind. To really be on point.
Mixer right top lane. Are they going to make the attempt? They're maybe trying to poke him down. Force him out of the lane, potentially. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the kill, unless the body blocks are pretty on point. Hanskin doing an exceptional job to keep Mixer in front of the Luna. It was very close in the end.
Another glimpse back there by Ponlo, just constantly chasing
solo kill.
The Marana. Yep. Ponlo's doing a great job so far this game. I think he placed down the sentry ward inside of the outpost radius. I think the outpost still has a radius. It's not really showing with the alt click, but you know, it is what it is. We'll see if someone chooses to get rid of it.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't anymore.
Okay. That opens up some new warning possibilities that feel pretty cool.
It means you don't have to make sure you run around it as well. Sometimes it can be a little bit awkward. You know, you're pathing, you forget occasionally, then all of a sudden they get a glimpse of you. We're seeing some timings come out. I mean, Ancient Tribe, they've really struggled to unlock the puck. He rotated down once to bottom, but the cliff ward that Dire currently have inside the jungle was able to scout him out. Then they looked to go for a smoke just then with the puck and the disruptor, and that didn't connect as well. So having a bit of a difficult time to get Mobe into this game one.
Feeds grip.
And he... he's going to go for it still with the pogo stick. Alex should be able to cancel this from afar. And Mobe can hold the Pango into place. They've got the Static Storm as well to fault from LeBron under the cover of the Moonlight Shadow. He's going to find a great position, but the damage is just not there. S4's going to show up to try and repair some of it off the back of the mechanism, but they'll still get the kill into the Pango. But the turnaround, that's going to be there well and truly from Alliance. And Ponlo's even wanted to jump LeBron as well. He's got the Orb Solid and the max out Fade Bolt, so Ponlo's damage is a lot for LeBron. Let's see if it's going to be enough to by himself. Do it, Ponlo. Go for the dive. In fact, they don't even need it. S4 snipes him thanks to the Crypt Swarm. What a beautiful play from Alliance, being able to protect themselves inside the river.
S4 and Ponlo have been playing incredibly well so far this game. You know, perfect rotations at the right time. Didn't stick around in that bottom side. They've unlocked the bottom tier 1 tower already. So that rotation through with the mech makes sure that the team are able to, for the majority, survive. Obviously, Chueni's still going to work into a few of those value items like the Orb of Corrosion. But I'm really expecting him to get even more active than he has been so far off the back of that. Again, like, so many jungles, right? So Luna is going to thrive in this sort of situation. Every now and then, go back towards top just to make sure that the creep wave isn't pushing in too aggressively, but have a look at Charlie. He just moves top. This big, long line of neutral camps is just food for him. Luna, TB, TA, these are heroes that I'm really expecting to come to the fore a lot more often.
Yeah, gone for the 3-3-4 build as well for the Luna. Dragonlance, Mask, and Madness. So he is finding an immense amount of farm. I mean, still, there's always just a Doom. Like, you take a look at the carry, and then there's a Doom there, who has a Midas now completed. Maxed out Devour from Mixer as well. So even though he's had 2 deaths so far this game, he's going to be pretty happy with his progression currently. But really, the person having the big hit in the net worth is Lil Pleb. I mean, the PL 2 deaths, it was shoved back into the jungle at level 5, and it's going to take quite some time to catch up. And he really cannot compete with the Luna in regards to farming speed.
No, I mean, you can get an okay amount, but yeah, like you said, Luna is just a step above. Just having a quick look at everyone's neutral items across the board, we've seen that there can be duplicates of neutral items, which people are looking to pick up. I see 2 Faded Brooches, I see 2 Arcane Rings, I see 2 Tumblers toys, some of them on the same team, some of them on opposite teams. The Occult Bracelet is the one that gives a lot of value, though, that I'm seeing lately. It just got an extra stat boost, and it also got 10% magic resistance on a tier 1 neutral item. That seems kind of strong.
Top tower is under attack.
What's Cloak Casual now? Is that 20%?
20. Costs, what, 350
300
more,
more, I think. On low. Pretty aggressive jump forward. He's got 2 ends to play with. A couple of ultimates expended, but they're going to get no value out of him. So again, Ancient Tribe off the mark, but maybe Mixer's going to be the key component to turn it around. Doom's going to look to be utilized, targeting S4 down for the moment, but there's no follow-up. Chuen, the Rolling Thunder's going to help cover the retreat, so S4's out to safety. And now how do you take the fight on Ancient Tribe with everything committed and getting no kills off the back of it? Dire, they can look to play the long fight. Lil Pleb's falling pretty low here, and this is a PL that wanted to show up early with the Diffusal Blade, but even Charlie's going to be in the midst of it all as well as the spam from afar. The arrow clips onto Chuen. A big find from Alex helps secure the kill, and Mobe is going to be cautious, so Telekinesis deep under the tower with a silence as well. Stops the escape, so everyone playing on a nice edge in that skirmish, but it's going to be Alliance that come out on top, and now the tower should go down as well.
I mean, you're playing with a Luna, right? Maxed out Luna Blessing. You don't even need the Exorcism to be able to take this one. So Alliance just get out with a slightly more beneficial trade. Of course, doesn't feel great losing your Pangolier for just a position 5, but to be able to get the enemy's mid laner plus the tier 1, you'll take that any day.
Seems like there's a big lack of damage currently that we're seeing out of Ancient Tribe, and I'm not quite sure what they're going to be able to do to fix that at this stage in the game.
Yeah, I was really expecting them to get... you called it out before, right? Puck didn't get quite as active as we were thinking he would be. You've got 2 good heroes that you can play around with, like the Disruptor once you've got Ultimate and the Mirana, even without it, just off of that Starstorm. It really, to me, just comes back to the power runes, right? They were able to secure so many more of those on Chuen, and that just allowed him to either make a rotation or force Puck to stay in that mid lane to address that tower.
Oh no, what are you trying to do here, brother? Gone for a solo kill? Just stole the silence instead of the orb. Maybe needed that extra little bit of nuke to blow up Mobe. I'm hearing a Fiend's Grip off to the left side. Looks like it's just onto Alex. Oh, and still nonetheless, it is a Mirana that's going to end up going down. Is Ponlo reading this?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Doing some crack stuff right now. Charlie top lane's getting chased down. That nighttime vision, though, is going to help him duck into the tree line and look to TP out on the opposite side of the map.
So this is what I like about, you know, one of the new changes to the patch in those twin gates, right? Most of the time you'd be like, but you've still got a tier 1 tower to play around with. It's only got about 100 HP, but even if it did survive and you wanted to farm the next wave when heroes had revealed themselves, you could still do that, right? You don't have any tier 1 tower that you have to worry about the enemy team TPing to, so you could just come down here, wait for people to leave top, TP back up to that tower, and get even more efficiency out of his farm. Like, even if he just wanted to duck below the bottom lane and take all of those neutral creeps, he's got the potential to do that too, because most of the fighting is being done around this middle area of the map, not the very top or the very bottom. I think that's what Charlie might just do.
Oh, Mix. Oh, there's nowhere to go down there. Yeah, that place is a trap. We found out a little bit earlier in C that once you enter that low ground in the lane, you're going to have to go back up the stairs, and if you can't do that, then it is the meat grinder. Mixer's still making him work for the kill, but the rest of Radiant are not connecting to the Doom's location. So end up going down once again.
And they still haven't used the Exo either. Maybe just wanting to wait for S4 to get up to level 12. Maybe look to take Roshan off the back of that. Again, even during the daytime, if they wanted to, they might even just go for it now. But having to be very careful about going underneath that Watcher. I think they might be seeing if there's a way for them to path around it without revealing their position. But Ponlo, he's going to destroy it, but not before S4 and Charlie reveal their position underneath it. So let's see if they even can be in a position to respond to this. It looks like they're kind of caught around the middle of the map, so it doesn't seem like this will be contested. Good positioning by Ponlo as well. That's exactly where you want to be. Stand up on the high ground, make sure you can see if anyone's going to twin gate in, as well as give a little bit of information and vision towards that staircase down to the south.
There are some raiding heroes further to the right starting to farm over, but it's... even if they got a glimpse, they'd probably be killed off, and they'd still be able to get Roche as well. So a very early age is going to be given over to Alliance.
Giving it to Chuen. So allowing him to be, once again, that space creator.
Whoa, 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 hang on, Charlie. He's by himself right now.
A little deep there, Charlie, my man.
Like you said, they get the ages over to the Pangolier. LeBron and Pleb, they're going to be able to get the kill to Charlie. So, all right, this is... and they're going to TP out as well. Ponlo.
Yep.
Meanwhile, it's just an Alex Marana, nothing crazy, not going to get it. I was watching LeBron farm with the Phantom Lancer for like 2 minutes straight. And I'm like, what the hell are these guys doing here? I didn't know what they're up to. And then they saw Roche and they scanned just to see if the Luna was farming there, and they were right. So in the end, it worked out that he was hanging out with the PL.
Yeah, I thought maybe LeBron was going to be walking around there, maybe dropping down like one of those deep observer wards right to the top of where the north twin gate is, just to be able to find that vision to see if he passed back towards that farming area. But they just had that sixth sense and found him anyway.
Mixer. But the Fiends group as well to look to work with. That's why they're going to TP in some extra members as well. And it's around that 20-minute mark as well, so you kind of want to be playing down at this bottom side. A nice attempt, but they already had a ward set up there, so... let's see what the call is going to be from Alliance. You do have these obelisks that have now spawned the Tormentors. And, I mean, you still have that Wisdom Rune as well that Alliance are yet to claim.
Yep. Did you read up much of the lore on the Tormentors?
No, I did not.
Okay, so the guy that made them, his name was Kaiba. And, you know, it's known as being like an Egyptian-style structure. So, for Obelisk, the Tormentor feels pretty strong. You're able to get it. I mean, again, who do you really want this shard to go over to? It's most likely going to be LeBron, and you know, it is him that ends up picking it up. So, not the greatest feeling. Again, even Mirana, with how not ideal her shard is, feels a bit better than this Disruptor's.
We'll see what's happening across the map, and they're putting pressure on a mid-tier 2 tower while S4 has an Exo activated, so I do think that Mobe did cut the creep wave. At least it is a catapult wave at the bottom. It's not going to have to be worried about the backdoor protection. But
so I've talked in the past about how I felt that BKB doesn't feel quite as strong as it used to on this patch, but this is a game that for S4 specifically, it absolutely is. You know, you just want to make sure that you're not getting your mana burns, you want to make sure that the Dream Coil isn't stopping you, you want to make sure you're not getting glimpsed or kinetic fielded back, and as soon as you pop your Exorcism, you could just commit to going in. I feel like once that's picked up, all of the team fights are just going to be around S4's calls, and I mean, with someone as experienced as that.
Oh, they got a glimpse of him. He's just going to be forced to fight. Maybe trying to juke, but I don't think he's escaping this one. Alliance, great read. Beautiful smoke up top. Oh, did he? Yeah, classic. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Maybe he'll make sure he gets value out of the gold. Someone, they didn't read up on the patch notes then. This is 2 runes they're leaving now, and still the obelisk. Someone kill this thing.
Actually, yeah, I didn't see that there were 2 runes up on the top side. I wonder if one of Ancient Tribe are going to mosey on down and get the one that spawned next to their obelisk as well. It's every 7 minutes, by the way, for those that aren't aware. Can they see him right now? They can see those. They've got the Watcher activated.
What's Hanskin? What's going on bottom? Dive got a T1 tower, so they're going to be able to connect fast, and Ponlo as well is going to go through the rift. They don't have all the squad just yet, but everyone's starting to move on over.
Oh, it was a bait.
The Bane's going to be the first casualty of war. Who else is going to follow into the afterlife? Alliance, do you want to consider about continue on in this team fight, and looks like they choose not to, although S4 though.
Again, it's all on S4. They don't have the vision on Alliance's side, though, to be able to take this fight. They just placed down a fresh couple of wards, maybe looking to try and catch Charlie.
No way. Alex is gonna get both the runes, I'm sorry. No.
I mean, good on him. Yoink, yoink.
That's so much experience.
Yup. It's more than a full level.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
They at least get the bottom tower while that's all happening. So Charlie has this jungle opened up even further for him. They can take away the outpost as well. So I saw as well, I think that bottom outpost next to the bottom twin gate is uncapturable. I'm not sure if that was a bug or not, but like the entire base was taken and I still couldn't take that outpost on Dire. So a little bit interesting.
Beta game. What can we say? Dota 3 just came out.
Yeah.
Gotta give it a little bit of time. A little bit of time until it works the shenanigans out. Really? Mobe went for the Philosopher's Stone instead of some of the other ones. I do kind of wish we got to see what some of the options were. Yeah, but... Right, Ancient Tribe, the name of the game for them is just completely avoid Alliance at all costs, but Pleb is not keeping up in farm. He's still the bottom net worth, and you'd expect by now we might see a change a little. Maybe with his Manta, like you can shove out some side lanes, farm an extra camp, but it's just,
Manta
is
level
it going to be
15.
up to the Doom?
Manta level 15 is what he needs. Like, he just needs those illusions to be a little bit tankier. I feel like he's going to go for the strength one. He's going into the heart as well, just to beef up. Because Alliance, they're still going to have late game PL issues if it gets that late, right? He's bottom of the core net worth right now. Well, I mean, Ponlo's pretty damn close to his actual net worth, but they don't have the greatest ways to be able to clear it.
Dire's bottom tower is
You know, Alex is fine. He's just wasting time. Again, this is just you're looking to stall. I mean, PL late game is going to feel very, very happy. They've got minimal ways to address him. I mean, now we're seeing Chuen start to itemize to deal with it, with the Scepter queued up, but again, didn't go Maelstrom.
Dire's middle tower
And
is under attack.
PL vs Luna is a very, very good late game matchup as well, but it's just the question, can you get there? You're going to have this Doom as well with all his team fight prowess. I mean, even LeBron has a Scepter queued up as well, but you are going to have to bleed a couple kills across the map for you to get there. It's just as simple as that. No one will... You cannot have every member alive.
Just moving from side to side of the map. They might be able to catch out Mixer. He passed underneath this ward, and he actually is going to be able to blink out. No Basher picked up either. No way to stop him. So they're doing a great job of Ancient Tribe just to stall this game out a little bit.
Dire's middle tower has
I
fallen.
also wonder when Alliance is going to make the decision to take that Tormentor for them, because they've got some really good heroes for it to go on to. Like, Bane or the Rubik would be great. Bane for this game specifically, because that's a great way to clear out PL illusions if you just get that AoE brain cell.
Sure.
Ponlo has to be a bit careful here, though. All the boys looking to potentially find him. Maybe just having the nighttime. Ooh, leaps away.
No way, dude. How is he still not dead this game? He's 6-0 and 8.
Playing damn
He's
well.
such an annoying hero. So played a verse when he's off to a good start on the Rubik. You see how
mean,
much
it's-
work he's truly putting in.
It's honestly even getting into the point where maybe they just do exactly what they're doing right now on Pleb, right? Tier 1 tower was low enough, let's just take it, and now it opens up a window to be able to go towards this Tormentor. The fact that the Watcher has been activated makes them feel a little bit more anxious about it. See, Mobe is looking to try and catch someone out, but they'll see his position, I believe, underneath it. I'm not sure if he pathed right there next to it, so they caught him out. We will see the illusory orb, though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All right. Alex has gone for a Solar Crest as well, so... PL is not really the greatest Solar Crest carrier, but it
It's
seems
used
like they're going to...
aggressively, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Just slow down Luna from right-clicking, right? That's going to be the main use of the ability.
Do you feel like Solar Crest might be an item that we'll see a little bit more? Because we really don't see this item anymore, even Medallion as well, for that matter. So what are your thoughts on the kind of the changes we saw to it?
Medallion still feels kind of but if you can get into that Solar Crest, it really does bump up in effectiveness quite heavily. You know, the duration is less, the cooldown is more, yes, but it costs about 200 less, and also it gives 20 additional attack speed and 8 additional movement speed, as well as the reduction to the enemy team. So Feels pretty nice. They're starting to ping out this this Tormentor here. It really does feel like Ancient Tribe are potentially positioning themselves to be able to steal it away. I mean, free net worth, why not?
Does. They're going to be able to TP down and react really fast, though. It's not like they take it at a rapid rate. So with this Watcher, they're going to have the read. It's just a question of maybe they just get the Wisdom Room instead. They're happy with that. They're actually starting to TP top. This tower's almost gone down, just left standing on 20 health.
Can they get a glimpse back on S4? Ooh. Just the fact that it's nighttime, leaving him not so vulnerable. He's got the BKB as well to be able to get the TP away. No bashes or anything like that on Ancient Tribe just yet. Just the Doom to be able to catch him out. They'll actually get the deny off. So leaving their own Tormentor area a little bit more exposed. As we get into those tier 3 items, wonder what the choice is going to be across the board. I've been waiting for like an OP stack of items. You know, I mentioned in our previous cast, if we can get like 5 telescopes, that's an additional 500 cast range. You get 5 Fallen Skies, 5 Books of the Dead even. You know, Book of the Dead on its own, kind of trash. If you can get like 15 of those units out, amazing.
So, man, look at this. You've got Roche spawning in 10 seconds. This would be an ideal time for Alliance. Because it's going to swap very shortly, yeah, in the next minute once it goes day. So, very lucky about the timing. I mean, I think it was pretty much the longest it could have been anyway. Maybe like 2 minutes 20. So, there you go. You've got great positioning here up top. So you got the outpost, you got ward set up as well by that Lotus Pool.
Tower.
Yep. It's just
if they're going to contest, they almost
there.
need to go through bottom, right? You need to go through that portal gate. And I mean, Ponlo, he's just staying up here in the right spot. Using the Fade Bolt onto the Roshan just to make it a little bit easier for his team to take it, but not wanting to get caught out. He knows that he could step down for a second or two because it takes 3 seconds to be able to get into that portal. So he's just giving them all the vision that they could need. Gotta say though, Ancient Tribe, this net worth is shrinking. You know, it's even with that that Aegis that they're able to claim, it's gone from 3k down to 1k in Alliance's favor. So pushing in that bottom side. Tier 2 tower hasn't taken too much damage just yet, but what if they've been able to finish up in the meantime while getting all this? Nearly a heart for the PL. Okay, that's a pretty big deal. Again,
it is. Yep.
Very, very weak at being able to deal with a lot of these illusions.
I wonder, though, if they can go high ground if they want to wait for the Lunar Butterfly, because that's a great item to minimize the effectiveness of the PLers. Well, we're going to see LeBron caught out before even bigger fight starts off, so maybe just with that one pick-off, they might be able to poke.
I think they'll have seen how many people are playing around that area, though, and they'll still just continue to try and rat. You can see PL sends his illusions into the mid lane, looks to push that one out. It's a siege creep wave as well, so this is one that's going to push in pretty quickly. And I'm expecting Lil Pleb to throw his illusions down onto the bottom side as well. So it is some damage being pumped in, but they've got the glyph available. They've got Disruptor back up in 15 seconds. It's just a matter of keeping these creeps away for as long as possible. Now, Pleb, he's got the heart. He's almost got level 18 as well.
He's going to come back, though. He needs to be there straight away when the fight breaks out. I'm trying to deal with some of the wave and early use of the coil. Telekinesis is there to hold him into place, but they're going to be able to keep the puck alive, chucking him down to the south. And even get an angle in. As soon as the tower goes down, you know it's going to be difficult to hold now with the glaives bouncing around, but they'll drag back S4, but look at the damage! Charlie stands strong off the back of the Eclipse. It's going to be a trade of 3s or maybe not. S4 is just able to limp away once again. The Death Prophet, so difficult to kill in our Alliance. They've got the numbers advantage. They can look to try and walk up the high ground and build a formation around Charlie.
This is the area where you're feeling a little bit more anxious, though. No Rolling Thunder, no Fiend's Grip, no Exorcism, and you've caught him inside of the kinetic field.
Stunned.
They're starting to drain his
mana. Mobe's looking for the finishing blow, and Pleb, well, they'll force out the BKB. Chuen's completely out of mana as well. A long drawn-out fight really starts to favor Pleb, and we're starting to see that in engagement. As Hanskin, he won't be able to TP, stopped at the buzzer, and Chuen's not going to escape as well. Dragged back to his own death. I think they got a glimpse of Ponlo's blink, but they might struggle with catching up to him. Nonetheless, though, they're hunting. LeBron, glimpse on cooldown for another couple of seconds. They're going to try and duck into the tree line.
That narrow little pathway, he knows that
they're
arrow? Okay.
They dropped the wall, they saw him.
Yeah, but all those Lotuses, they might be undoing.
Their vision, though. Alex has got a dust. Mixer's got a dust as well, it looks like. Mr. Ponlo, no way. He still leaps, dude. Probably the best ability is still to let him get out. And he will continue to be flawless. Oh my lord, Ponder.
What a player.
So, all things considering, an incredible hold. Did they buy back on Radiant? No one bought back, and they didn't lose a barracks. That was a great hold from Ancient Tribe. That gives you a lot of gold injected into Lil Pleb, so he's got at least one component of the Skadi now completed.
Such a great item this game, the Skadi, right? Against all the healing that you've got, you're able to, of course, slow down these two ranged cores. Feels amazing. And, of course, just tanking up as well. I really feel like one of these heroes needs to look to address it. They do finally get the Tormentor. Obelisk goes down on the bottom side of the map. That gives Bane his Aghanim Shard, so now at least you're going to be dealing a little bit more damage into these PL illusions.
And it just puts it on cooldown as well. So it's going to be up in... Is it 7? 10? I don't remember now. 7's the runes?
After
10.
it dies.
Okay.
Unluckily, there's no timer for that, but, you know, it is what it is.
It'll come. It'll come. We've got this beautiful Roche timer and the Aegis timer now. I'm sure we will get a timer for that as well.
I'm happy that Chuen's going into the Gleipnir now. I think they really realize that they've got PL issues. He's level 18 as well, so that Rolling Thunder going to have a slightly lower cooldown. Of course, it's now 80 seconds instead of a 70 maxed out, so while the hero is still good at a lot of factors, it doesn't feel that real first pick material, that true busted nature that it used to be. They might have found out Puck here.
No one out. Whoa. He's got Aeon Disc? Okay,
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
He had it in that previous high ground defense as well, otherwise it would have been caught. He got away on about 100 HP, even without that.
So I still think there's going to be a bit of a window here from Alliance with this Butterfly completed for Charlie. You're probably in a position where you need to go MKB after from Pleb. And once you get that item, then I feel like this game really turns. I mean, you could still win a fight without it, but it feels like once you get that, Pleb is going to be a gigantic issue.
I want to see Chuen at least get the Maelstrom, and then they can look to make a big, aggressive play off the back of that. Right now, it feels like he's just playing defensively. He has to be very careful because, again, you don't know where all of these new warding spots are. So he was playing very close to a cliff ward that he had no information around, and you know, could have been caught out there by the disruptor perhaps. But well, LeBron, his network is one that actually has suffered. He's been going into this Aghanim Scepter for quite some time and really hasn't had too much progression towards it.
All right, let's see what they do off the back of the pickoff. Well, it's just onto Alex, nothing crazy. 45-second death timer for him. Maybe able to get some vision down. They do set a deep ward kind of behind the remnants of that top tier 2 tower. But still, the important heroes on Ancient Tribe, they are farming. They're keeping up. It's only 1,000 net worth lead, even though there's a big kill advantage for Alliance.
Yep. Leb, hold up inside the base for now. He's out to just be able to secure the creep or two. Importantly, that'll get him ever so close towards that Skadi. Such a big timing for him. And the thing is... Ooh. Just a quick cam link. So the important thing is they'll have it by the next Aegis when it's coming up, right? And that's the thing that Ancient Tribe have always done. Yes, the Skadi. They'll have that by the next Aegis timing. I mean, just have a look at the kill score, right? If you just looked into this, didn't take into account net worth or anything like that, you'd be like, oh, Alliance are in a really good spot. But they've just done such a good job of exploiting these new areas of the map to be able to juke around and split the map as much as possible, because it's harder to be able to catch a lot of these people. You know, you've got the same amount of observer wards. Sure, you've got the watchers to be able to help, but it's pretty easy to be able to just have one big sweep across the map as a team, disable them, and then really you've got 4 wards that need to cover an additional 40% of space.
What are your thoughts on the new neutral item that we see Alex and Chuen holding, the Dandelion Amulet?
Dandelion Amulet. Well, I'm a little disappointed that there's no flavor text. Let's start with that. Every 12 seconds blocks up to 300 magic damage. Blah, blah, blah. I guess it feels kind of nice against, you know, Crypt Swarm and against the Fade Bolt and the Lucent Beam that are going to be coming out fairly frequently, especially for someone like... I was about to say about the Puck. You know, Puck feels really good just because you might be able to avoid your Blink Dagger getting disabled, but it doesn't seem like it's... Is it an active or is it a passive? It's a passive. Okay. I mean, that feels pretty nice to me, just like a permanent raindrops that you're able to hold on to.
Dyer's
With all of
bottom
this
tower is under
split
attack.
pushing that Mobe has done, he might force someone to have to address this bottom side of the map. It's 35 minutes, siege creep waves, still spawns the double siege at that timing.
Bron?
So putting some pressure in.
We'll be able to get the kill into the disruptor, so another support's going to go down. Ancient Tribe actually looking to smoke. So Scardy's still not completed for Pleb. Needs to try and get towards that secret shop area.
Yeah, I think just with that outpost being taken away, I'm not sure they want to make another aggressive move. Like, this is... With the potential of him joining in with that buyback, I think made them feel a little bit more confident. But if they're going to take that away, you don't want to be fighting a 5v4 right before the potential Aegis timing coming through. It's late enough into the game that you'll know the death timers are going to be pretty significant. Mixer knows that Tormentor is about to respawn, so make sure to grab that Watcher right in front of it, just so that they know instantly as soon as it's available.
Yo, hang on. What's going up here? Mobe is a little bit split from the team.
He's holding the
Almost
gem as
gonna be
well,
in with the
so it'd be a
backstab
big
as well.
pick-off if they can get him. He's got the A on disco.
Who they're going to run to first, though? Mixer, if they can able to bring him down, he'll get an angle for the Doom onto the Luna. Pleb's going to try and get on top of her as well. Not a lot of damage to Doom. Got stolen from Ponlo. And they're going to be able to repair the damage as well. Can he get the ultimate off before he dies? Mobe will slam the door shut. And now Pleb, he's enabled through the team fight. They haven't addressed the Phantom Lancers. Alliance are in shambles. They've got into the stage where they've got a Phantom Lancer issue. And Pleb, well, he'll make sure S4 should not be able to escape as well. There's no TP for him to work with. It'll be a slow and painful chase down, but it well and truly feels like Alliance have just missed their timing here in game one.
It does indeed, doesn't it? I mean, have a look at that gold graph specifically. You know, it was looking real bad for Ancient Tribe. It was a 4K net worth lead, I suppose, back at the 16 or so minute mark, but ever since then, Ancient Tribe just changed their gameplay. They said, let's make sure that it's going to creep up second by second by second, and now they're the ones with a 4K lead. Medium duration of the Roshan respawn timer, so LeBron, he's fine with just sticking in here. With surviving all of that as well, brings him so much closer towards that Aghanims. Of course, they were able to prolong that fight long enough because of how mobile they are, how elusive they are, right? You're playing with a Puck, a Doom that's very tanky with a Vanguard and a Guardian Greaves with a Cloak of Flames, a BKB on top of that, and of course, Phantom Lancer with no real counters to it just yet. At least Chuen had the Maelstrom there, but it really does feel like he needs a Glipnir. He's actually going to go into an Orchid instead, though. Okay. Wonder who he's trying to catch out there. Disruptor, perhaps? Just try and burst him down at the start. Speaking of Disruptor, he's going to be here right as Roshan respawns on the top side of the map, so instantly Pleb looks to connect through. They've been holding hands for a good portion of this game, haven't they,
Yeah,
LeBron and Pleb?
They have. They have indeed. Because it's up to the top side, though, for that third Roche. We do have Refresher Shard. So you'd love to give that one over to Mixer. Double Doom potential. He's a pretty low level, though. Only level 17 for him. Bit surprised considering he's got that minus as well, but...
They will take it, but I wonder what happens if it ticks over to daytime and they're still fighting it.
Oh, it runs through.
Does he just yeet out of there? Well,
Yeah, and it stuns him as well.
Is it gonna die in 15 seconds?
Oh, they're gonna... Oh, yeah, look at them. We're solo press now. They're like, hang on, we kind of all have to hit this. It would have been pretty close. I don't know what... I did not check, though, if how much...
Oh, look at this, they're all coming bot.
Wait, they're coming... Whoa, what's going on? Through the rim, into the Exo, Mixer's down, and he won't be able to use the Doom. Is this the fight, maybe for Alliance to get back into this game? What is going on? No PL as well, but that's all the ultimates committed for the first life. And they're back in for Mixer for the instant silence. It'll prevent the Doom. Looking to refresh and get a second round of the BKB. The Doom's out. This time it's on to Charlie. There's nothing the Luna can do with all the illusions surrounding her. Down she'll go. They'll look to TP out on Alliance and somehow they'll make it. What a heads up read from them to TP out, but Mixer as well. An even better read. Mobe cancelled off the Nightmare so they could have the stun on the Doom to cancel Bane's TP. But welcome to 7.33. Rifts across the map into an instant Exo. What a patch we have in store for us.
We're gonna get a full team rift into a black hole at one stage. It's gonna happen. You know, it's just a matter of when. And, you know, it's day one right now. Probably a little bit too early. I didn't even know you could move behind the Roche pit now with where it is. So, you know, a little juking spot attempted there by the Bane. Not quite successful, but they're able to get the gem back off the back of that one. And now they're looking to put the pressure on, playing a little bit further forward as Puck actually dies here. Going a little bit deep was Mobe.
In the base.
Yeah, a little deep.
Well, just a smidge deep. Polo is so rich. He's 8-1 and 14. Oh, okay, that was Doom used for it. All right, there you go. So he's still stolen and was able to get out of that fight. And he's got... Of course, he's got the 15 talent. So the Doom cooldown's pretty low. He's going Hex next. Oh, my lord. What a game, dude.
Go
this
off,
is...
King.
Yeah, dude, Polo...
I mean, you could just toss that Lincoln's onto the Lunar as well, right? They don't have the greatest number of abilities that are going to be able to pop that. They've got Spirit Lance and they've got Thunderstrike and Glimpse. That's basically it. It's going to be able to address the Lincoln's pop there. And, I mean, in the chaos of these fights, when you've got Glaives bouncing around everywhere, a Pango bouncing around everywhere, Puck going every which way, PL Illusions, Exorcism Spirits, maybe you just miss out on that sort of thing and you're able to turn it around.
Does he get much stronger, though, Charlie? I
mean, Scarlet on him feels nice-ish too, right? I think what it does mostly is it prevents them from just running away from him. I think that's his biggest issue right now. Not being able to just plant the flag and fight. Because, again, you're playing with a Doom with all these auras. You're playing with an almost unkillable PL and a Puck with Aeon Disc.
Yep. And something to mention is that with the entire new map we have, these Pangos don't really know the angles for Rolling Thunder. Oh no. Another kill going to be off the back of the Stolen Doom, but yeah, like Chuen doesn't really know what wall to hit and what position he needs to be in a particular team fight. And not only that, again, the stuns being reduced, it limits your chain control. It means that you might think you can bounce off this wall, but in fact, by the time you get there, the stun would have just expired and maybe they can get an ability off to escape. So, I mean, like you just said, like Luna's having some difficulty with keeping people in front of him, and maybe a big reason is because of this new map making it difficult for Chuen to get full effectiveness out of that Thunder.
It's part of why this Glypnir is going to be good as well, right? Sure, they can still pop a BKB and run away from you, but if they don't have that available, the Glypnir is going to lock them into place so that you can get that guaranteed bounce off. But again, its biggest use is for this PL, right? He's still got the Manta Style for sure to be able to play around with. He's level 25 as well, going into looks like a Bloodthorn. So I've talked at length about the importance of Mage Slayer this patch. I think it's an amazing item.
I've just watching Chuen and Ponlo hit the Obelisk and they just could not do it. They need Charlie this stage, and when Charlie's here, they'll rip it apart. So S4 is actually the one to get the shard. So we've got that Spirit Siphon getting buffed up. It looks like now Radiant, they're going to be able to claim their own as well.
So that was one of those times
the final person.
There we go. Puck receives it. Not too bad at this stage of the game. I mean, late game, Puck just attacking everyone with Phase Shift. Off the back of that overwhelming blink, Kaya Sange, Witchblade, extra damage, Timeless Relic. Feels pretty damn strong. And he's level 25 too, so he's got that Dreamfall piercing spell immunity.
Smoke, Static Storm, Scepter just got picked up as well from the Disruptor. Let's see what LeBron can do off the back of this. He's going to use him in S4. There's going to be no X's in for the team fight with that Scepter, but someone needs to kill him through the duration. And meanwhile, off to the right side, the Fiends keep onto the Doom, so Mixer, he's going to prevent the Doom from getting any value out of it as well. The supports on Alliance winning team fights. But can they continue on, though? They still need ways to address Lil Pleb on the Phantom Lancer, but he is nowhere to be seen off the back of the strong fight from Alliance. Ancient Tribe don't want to make amends.
Holy crap, Ponlo's playing the game of his life, man. He survives through all of that. Yeah, some of it was protection from his team, but just goes into that little nook, and I can tell he's the type to find these new little juking paths and steals the Doom for what feels like a fourth time this game, turns it around onto the Doom, gets the kill, and is able to get away as well.
Yeah, and then his other support in the middle of the fight, Hansking as well with the Fiend's Grip, meant that Mixer got no value out of the Scepter Doom. He was stuck in a position. No one was there to cancel it. I mean, even for Ancient Tribe, like, you didn't get any value out of the Static Storm on LeBron with the Scepter completed. You used it onto the Death Prophet, but all the other cores were already preoccupied, so multiple things going Orion, that team fight, weren't able to get that perfect synergy with the stuns and all the abilities as well. So,
all right, this is what I was waiting for. I think they've just TP'd away in their face a few too many times. He's like, I need a basher. I need to make sure that I'm able to lock onto my own targets. I've got a Skadi to be able to play around with. I feel unkillable, and now I can just kill anyone that I just lock in and find. He's going to be relying on Mobe for a little bit of that vision, but he's not the one holding the gem anymore. Do they even have a gem on Ancient Tribe? I don't think so.
No, they don't. S4 and Chuen are holding the gems currently.
Okay. Can they 100-0 pleb? I feel like they're going to need the exorcism for this. I wouldn't be popping the Rolling Thunder just to try and go in onto a PL with 5k HP.
Not happening. We see the odds at esportsbet.io slightly favoring Ancient Tribe. I don't know how you'd call it with how close this game is.
What's the win probability?
Goddamn even.
61 to Ancient Tribe, all right.
Okay.
Kind of feels like how this game has been, right? Alliance were in total control early on. PL was still at its weak point. Then they were able to split up the map. PL becomes incredibly strong. They get a couple of Aegises off the back of it. It's really only some great individual support play by Alliance keeping them in it right now.
Lane S4. He's got Hanskin playing behind him. Smoke's gonna pop and they got the ward. Mix it with the jump in. Hanskin. He can stall this out though. Great telekinesis from Pomlet. It's gonna help separate the fight. And now they got the Fiend Script once again, but the Waning Rift's going to be able to cancel that. It won't matter. Mixer goes down. Dire still, how are they going to be able to address little pleb inside the middle of the team fight? The Rolling Thunder is helping out. Charlie, he's starting to get the damage in. They're going to be able to kill him. Oh, beautifully done. This time, Chuen with a maximum amount of control. And with Charlie nearby, the PL was not healthy enough to survive through the engagement. And now LeBron, he's going to be chased down as well. A triple kill for the Pangolier.
And that was the Ag Static Storm reveal as well. Didn't accomplish as much as they were wanting it to. That's the effect of the Glypnir, right? Being able to lock them all into place. It's much easier if you reduce the chaos and allow yourself to find the real one. That's what allowed S4 to be able to get the Scythe of Ice onto the real PL, and then they burst him down. Of course, they don't have buyback on two of these heroes. They don't have a creep wave, though, unless you count this bottom side. So they're going to look to connect through onto this. We know how effective Aluna is if she's just able to get into the base. And, well, they're going to have to be pretty careful here. Like, do you expend the buyback on the PL, or do you give up 2 full lanes of racks? Because it feels like it's going to need to be the latter.
Tough call to make.
To keep that lane shoved.
Oh, Pomlet, that's a long telekinesis.
Doomed the Doom again in that last fight, man. Ponlo is playing so well. That's one lane, though. Alliance back in the driver's seat. To me, it's like... Alliance's teamfight feels stronger, to me, at this point, now that they've actually got a few of these items that are going to address the PL. One of them being the Ag Shard on the Bane, one of them being a lot of this AoE damage on the Pango. They even have a Shivas on S4 as well, just providing a little bit of that additional amount too. So the thing is, they still need to be the ones to take the correct team fight, because if they don't use that Exo and Rolling Thunder effectively, then Ancient Tribe can probably run away, reset, and then look to find a fight that does suit them. So a lot of it is on the back of Alliance and their decision-making.
Oh, Chuen showing the lane, and they're going to be able to get the Doom off as well. There's nothing Dire can do to protect him. I think they got a glimpse of Hanskin as well off from the tree line. He's trying to juke through, but they'll be able to finish him off. Mebe and LeBron combined together. And you've got Roche up in 50 seconds, so a bit of a window. It will spawn down on the other side of the map, so I think Pleb's reading that.
They can just take a portal, though. Look at them. They both place down wards around this, not
so
wanting to get caught out.
Telekinesis into the arrow with the Eclipse damage as well. They're going to lose Mixer. He won't be involved in this team fight. But S4's got pretty far forward. Static Storm's going to get layered down with the damage out of Pleb as well. They'll get the kill onto the Death Prophet. But can they reset Alliance? That's a heavy commitment off the back of the buybacks. Chuen, he's looking to make quick work of them once again with the stunts into the middle. They've revealed the real Phantom Lancer, but Alliance are hesitant. They saw the buyback out of Mixer. They're going to look to try and reposition. Both sides a heavy, heavy commitment. Oh. Wait, Mobe. He's got Aeon, should be okay.
They want to try and activate it if they can. Oh, actually,
he's going to jump in though, Mobe. Coil up to 2, they get the break. Pango, that's a high priority target, but Hanskin with the Scepter Where's the damage follow-up, though? They're going to be able to protect him with the Moonlight Shadow. There's no detection at the moment, so Pleb's going to be okay. S4, he bought back prior, and there's no way he's going to be able to escape. Little Pleb's locked onto his target.
Can they find him?
Detection, they stole Moonlight Shadow! Ponlo, what are you doing? S4's out. Charlie's still in trouble, though. The Luna's not going to be able to escape. So you keep S4 alive, but you lose Charlie in the end. And Hanskin's going to go down as well.
I mean, S4 needs to wait another 10 seconds until he can even get back into the base. He had to TP out to be able to make that happen, and you're going to be playing without a Bane for this. That was a dieback coming through from him. Charlie's going to be forced to buy back here. The lanes are in a much better position for Ancient Tribe.
He's been so vital to the men. He's been so vital. The big kill, and they're going for it. They're going for the jugular, trying to force some buybacks.
Seeing if they're backing off with just the support, the lesser investment. But they're going to need to have Luna back in this one as well, unless are they able to scare them off. Might just be waiting for a few of these other cooldowns to come back up. Looking to harass with the illusions for now. They've got the Dream Coil if they wanted to make the jump happen.
They're going to have to make a call, man. You can't let S4 just die like that.
Ponlo
Great
saved.
defensive telekinesis though from Ponlo once again. The coil's going to be expended as well. So a couple of ultimates an Ancient Tribe will not have for this team fight. Doom gets stolen. What's the call now? This is really awkward from Ancient Tribe. And it looks like Mixer's going to go down.
That's a dieback.
That's a dieback for him as well. Dude, what is this goddamn game one?
Back and forth. I want to see those 5 Fallen Skies come through. I want to see the 60-minute game where everyone picks the exact same item.
God. And they're going to beeline to bottom. Roche is up. Radiant, can they contest this 4-on-4? Bane's going to be there to join them as well.
Oh.
And Dai's creep wave's in a pretty good position.
So even though it's the 4th Roche, it doesn't have both the Blessing and the Shard on it. I thought it would. I thought it was only the 3rd one that gets influenced by the side. So, well, there we go.
They're coming. Hang on.
They need some vision up next to this twin game.
They need the Moonlight. Yeah, they need the Moonlight Shadow. It's going to be up in 5 seconds. That could be huge to catch him off guard.
Can Ponlo put this vision up, though? He's holding on to an Observer Ward right now.
It's falling at a decent rate. They've got to make a move pretty fast on Ancient Tribe. Down to half. I think they're going to be a little bit too late.
Did you give this a
Illusion's going to be able to scout them out. A quarter health left. What's the call? They're too late. They're going to have to give it up.
Maybe seeing if they can deny with the illusion. I like this from S4. Ooh, okay, he gives the blessing over to Charlie. I would have personally given that one to S4. You know, he has been the target of a lot of these Dooms, but I'm pretty sure I saw him go towards... Never mind, it wasn't an Octarine. It was an Aeon Disc. Just protecting the fact that he bought back previously. But Octarine plus Ags on a DP versus a PL feels pretty solid, especially considering he's about to hit up into that level 28, which would give him the -2 second Crypt Swarm cooldown.
Interesting.
Getting some big items coming through, though. Is it me, or does everyone feel a lot richer than usual? There's just so much more farm on the map for people to be able to claim.
Yeah. Nah. I mean, you see the supports, and they've had these big team fight items for quite some stage now. So
Yeah.
I didn't even check if there was any Philosopher's Stones, but
Just Puck had one, I think. Before.
yeah.
They avoid taking Obelisk the Tormentor on Alliance's side just because they've already got their Aghanim Shard, even though I believe it gives the golden experience bonus if you take it, but it's much more important for them to just get themselves back out onto the map. They can't have these creep waves constantly pushing in because their their throne is exposed. Maybe it's going to be Ancient Tribe that seal it away.
So
Gonna see it underneath the vision as well. Looks like Mobe at least looking to disable the Watcher. Are they going to go for this? Alright. Free shard to who?
they I'm pretty sure. I just
all
saw.
have one, so it's just going to be some money.
Golden experience, you'll take it if you can get it. I mean, Mixer would love it considering he's only level 22 on the Doom. Has really struggled this game, and the way to enable him in these team fights is someone's got to get the Bane. This Scepter Fiend scope could be a big issue for some of the cores, depending on who Hanskin wants to try and control.
Mixer would love it to be him, right? He's got the AoE Doom. Doesn't even matter about that, the multiple
Arrow?
units. Charlie gets clipped by an arrow. Is that going to be enough for them to go in? Ponlo with the defensive movement, and Hanskin providing him the Glimmer Cape assist as well, but well, Alliance are slowly pressuring these lanes in, especially on the top side. Xuen acting as a little bit of a bodyguard, playing tower defense with his boots of travel too. They're going to clash.
They're coming around though.
Yeah.
Drop a ward. I think it may just got a glimpse of Mixer. They're just going to go straight down though. Pop shoved in, and once the creeps get inside the base, you're going to have a Lunar issue.
Or they were seeing if they could have a Hex, and yeah, I mean, they are in the base already. Look at those waves bouncing around.
Oh, the support's position has to be perfect, man. The support's been vital for Alliance. There's going to be a puck that starts. They'll run it to Pomlo, but what a blink away. And Pomlo's still got the Doom as well stolen. Who does he want to cast it onto? Meanwhile, inside the middle of the team fight, though, Charlie looking to battle against the Phantom Lancer. Won't be able to hold him down, so both supports are gone for Alliance. And now S4 and Chuen, they're in trouble as well. The backstab from Ancient Tribe pays off. 3 down without a buyback. S4's gone as well. One fight, one wraparound is all they needed.
He tried to kill the creeps in mid, but Mobe was able to TP faster.
What can he do against the world? He's got ages. He's going to go for it. Will be enough to cover. Oh, the bash. Oh, no, Charlie. That's going to be a wipe in the end. He'll try and get some distance, blink out of the river, but it's not going to matter. They know this hero. If they can kill him, it just spells the end of this game, and they'll find him stopping his retreat short. An Ancient Tribe. It looks like they've been able to do it.
God, that was such a boring game, huh? First game of the new patch in Western Europe in the DPC, and it's a 57-minute banger. Back and forth all game, and Ancient Tribe, I